Welcome back, guys. Sorry, my phone has just fallen down. Like I told you guys, I'm never gonna be giving up. You can see I just titled it 57 parts 2.2, right? So we stopped at point 3. You must have to develop what we call multiple streams of income. So like I said, most people just think about multiple struggles when it comes to multiple streams. There's a difference between multiple struggles and multiple streams, right? It's just like you should be able to learn. By the time you learn financial knowledge, okay, when you learn how money works, so you will understand the fact that if your money works for you, right, in most cases your money only works for you to be able to do what we call multiple streams. You only can focus on one business or one thing that you can do consistently to get yourself a lot of money. But while doing that, there's always a lot of other opportunities you can leverage on to be able to generate income to yourself. So you just have to look in between. Do you understand? Take for example, if you are a teacher in the classroom, right? If you are a teacher, you can also leverage on the fact that after leaving your teaching job or your classroom, you can also go to do home lessons, right? That's multiple streams, but the same business, the same thing you are doing. You are just trying to leverage on other opportunities to be able to get more money, right? And that's simple. Do you understand? So now if you are doing, there are so many examples, but even when you are working with others, there are many other things that you can involve yourself, either in selling or doing anything, and you'll be getting money to yourself. You just need to think deeply or think carefully so that you understand how to make more money, because the target is either you are increasing your income or you are decreasing your expenses. This is the only way you can add up your income, or you add up some kind of money that you earn to yourself. But you must be able to do either of these two if really you want to grow. That's why we say you must cut down your expenses in the first place. If you can't afford to do that, then you must increase the amount of money that comes into your account, right? So that's what we talk about multiple streams of income. You must learn this and you must do this. You don't have a choice, okay? If really you are interested in growing or passing through hard time without much difficulties, of course, definitely. And by the way, if you don't learn to do this, then you're probably gonna continue in this hard time even when others might leave the hard time. Just like I'm telling you right now, a lot of people don't even know that hard time exists. They don't know, they don't feel what you are feeling. That's why people, when you talk carelessly about leaders or you talk about people who are already in the high places, you just think they feel your pain. Most of them don't even understand what you are doing. They don't understand what you are feeling. And that's why it's your major responsibility to be able to move yourself out of that shoe, out of that location. And you can do it. You are just not ready. You are not looking at the alternatives you have. Do you understand? People like me, I was a teacher in the classroom taking 10,000 naira as far back as 2016, 2017. Do you understand? I traveled a long way and became a lecturer at a point. So in the university, not just ordinary university, one of the biggest or the kind of one of the topmost universities in Nigeria, I taught for about 2 years and I quit the job. Some of you might think that, do you know, and amazingly, some people think it's all about being smart, it's all about being intelligent, it's not all about that. It's all about having the confidence to do what you want to do despite the challenges, pushing through your obstacles despite the problems. Like one of the things I learned reading one book of Brian Tracy is, do you know that the same complaint that is keeping you, a lot of people have much worse problems than that, and they passed through it and they became successful. So it's just that you are not looking beyond your current situation, and that's why you cannot really think about places or things you can actually add up to do. And some of you are very, very lazy. So let's move on. But you must understand the power of multiple streams of income. You must get money from other sources apart from the current sources you get money from. Like I said earlier, don't push yourself into engaging in kind of multiple struggles so much. If you have to do it, please do it. But don't do it so much that it affects your health. Because for what I know, if you want to do multiple streams successful, you might want to leverage on either the money you're already making or other people's efforts. One way or the other, people have to help you through. That's why business owners are doing so well, because they actually leverage on people's time, they leverage on people's money so that they can generate massive income doing one thing or the other. In most times, business owners are not even present to do some things themselves, but people do it. In compensation, they give them money. Do you understand? You also listening to me today have access to doing this, just that you don't learn the how. It is actually tough. Business is war. It's not everybody that can fight. It's not everybody that is strong. This fight is a fight of mental fight. Do you understand? Most people don't want to use their brain, and that's where the trouble comes from. I hope you are enjoying the class. If you do, please comment. Do you understand? Share so that others too will benefit from it. By the way, let me use this opportunity to inform you that by tomorrow, 8 a.m., we're going to be having our land banking class. Right? That's another way to learn. You want to get money, but you don't want to learn the how, even when it's free. Do you understand? So you must leverage on what? Multiple streams of income. Now the next thing is, you must also learn to maximize opportunities. All opportunities. I tell you earlier that there's no way people will always have problem. One man food is another man poison. Somebody is suffering, but some other person is using that as a leverage, because if people are suffering, it means they are lacking something. Listen to what people are saying around you. What are they lacking? What are they discussing? What is their problem? Find a way to solve some of these problems. Some days back, I was making an example that if you are living in an estate where you take your children to school, perhaps you are a housewife and you help your children to school, there are so many other people's children in that same estate that go to some other school, either in the same school with your children or different school. You can help them. You can start a transportation company by just doing that. There are so many opportunities, just that you are not seeing it. And for some of us, we are so lazy that the only thing we think about is going to get a job, not actually trying to create a job for ourselves. And this is the problem. You must maximize all opportunities. And what do I mean by maximize all opportunities? Even your own problem that you have solved is an avenue for you to make money once you recommend the same solution that you have used to overcome it. I'm becoming an author. I've written one of my book already. Okay? That's online sales, a proven path to success in e-commerce. You can go to Amazon and check. So this is the product of my intellect through learning. And people will now buy that, and I will leverage on that to make money. Intellectual property. You can do the same. You probably have tons of knowledge, and these days, if you are ready to learn, there are easy ways to package these things. You just need to learn the how. Are you there? So maximize all opportunities. In fact, each time you are walking around, be walking around with an eye of a kind of spiritual eye. I call it spiritual eye because you are actually curious about finding out what will help you in every situation you find yourself. And sometimes you know that difficulties come so that it will show you that this thing is difficult. So if there's a way you can solve it or relieve it for people, people will throw money at it. Do you understand? And sometimes you are able to help yourself through that difficulty, and people want that same solution. There are other millions of people going through the same problem, that if only you know how to share that solution with them, it becomes a product or service. So look for opportunities, and opportunities are usually hidden in challenges. Do you understand? So I tell people, don't avoid challenges, go for it. Look for it. Do you understand? And then find the solution to it, right? So you must always never give up. Okay, this is one of the points I have here. Number 6. Is it number 5? Never ever give up, no matter what. In fact, it's one of my watchwords. Never ever give up. Keep going and don't complain. Difficulties is going to come. If you are a business owner, it's going to hit you. The dollar rate, the dollar exchange rate to naira is going to hit you. These things have come to threaten you and take you out of business, but you need to stay your ground. You need to stand your ground and say, no, I must go through this. Somebody like me, and I'm trying to develop myself in several areas of life. Some people watching me today will say, you are not even articulating, you are not even making sense. But do you see, I'm training myself. There is no light here. I've provided light. My phone has failed a while ago. I replaced it, and I'm growing, and I'm getting to places. I'm going to be going to places, and watch me do it. You might think I'm not perfect. Yes, I am not. That's one of the reasons why I'm here, and continuously I'm going to do it. So what about you? What step are you taking? What are you really interested in doing, and what are you doing already? It's not about organizing, trying to prepare, and then you are just strategizing. No, start something. You can only get better as time goes on. Do you understand? So never give up. Of course, you're going to face challenges, especially when you are ready to grow. Like I tell people, you don't need to do anything to become poor. You just need to stay like that and become poor. Do you understand? It's automatic, and that's why a lot of people feel comfortable being poor. If it were actually hard to become poor, you will see that a lot of people will not be poor. Hey, wisdom. But that's the truth. So for you to become successful, you need to work hard. And what I tell people, the next point I have here, which is point 6, is you must also learn to explore areas that actually have, a kind of recession-proof areas. Recession-proof areas means that things that people must come for. Somebody wake up, they must eat. People must never walk naked, they will wear clothes. Do you understand? There are a lot of things. See, people must travel. Do you understand? You must learn to, for example, people must use their phone, people must buy airtime. There are certain things that people can't do without. You can decide to start from where you are. If it's by using somebody's app to sell data, or people must use data. You are watching this now, you purchase data. Why don't you think about selling data? I know a lot of people that start by selling some other people's data through their platform, but today they have built their own website, their app. There's so much you can do only if you learn to get started from where you are with what you have. Do you understand? It's just a matter of time. So learn to attach yourself to recession-proof zones where product and services, they can never live without it. They can never ever live without it. So go for those things. And there's always money in circulation, no matter the recession. There are millions. Some days back, I think just 3 days ago, that the federal government has signed, how much is that? I can't remember. Some trillions of naira that they're going to use for next year budget, 2025. Now, you should think about getting such percentage, a percentage from that money, because it's yours. If only you know how to fix yourself, provide some value, provide some product or services that those people that we have that money with them, we want, and they will come for it. Do you understand? It's all about learning how to fix yourself so that once that money is coming, it must pass through you. Do you understand it? So now, finally, you need to connect with your Creator. You need to connect with your God. Whatsoever you are worshiping, you need to be meditating. You need to really connect. At times, you put in all your best. Of course, there's a reason why this is coming last. It's very important, but a lot of us bring it first. We pray all the time, never taking any action. Take, for example, if I want to plant a tree now, if I want to plant a seed, I just keep the seed on top of desk or on top of chair, whatever it is, and I start praying that, God, please help me to make this seed grow. Is it going to grow? It's never going to grow. But I need to go to the field, the garden, or wherever I want to plant it, and then plant the seed, water it, take care of it, weed it, and then pray that God makes it to grow so that it will produce fruits. And be patient as well, and keep doing it even when the fruit is not forthcoming. So that's why, that's why people pray a lot but never get something out of it. It's not that your prayer is not working, you are just being foolish, because what you are supposed to be doing, you are not doing, you are just praying. You can't pray just like that. In those days in my secondary school, we used to make funny of this law, one of the gas law, and we say the amount of success you can get is directly proportional to the level of, it's directly proportional to the, I don't know how we used to put it, I can't remember. It's directly proportional to the amount of effort you put in, provided prayer remains constant. So that is to say that you need to first of all determine what you want to get, and then put in the required effort and sacrifices so that you can get the required result by praying now. Do you understand? It's as simple as that. We're going to be stopping here. See you tomorrow, please. By 8 a.m. West African time, we're going to be having an amazing session, and they're going to teach you about land banking. If you don't know about land banking, this is an opportunity for you. And guess what? It's free of charge. Everybody can attend. With time, we're going to monetize it actually, but for now, it's free, and you can just leverage on that opportunity so that you can grow. It's a place you can build massive wealth yourself, even when you have nothing from the start. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.